Thinking about getting a dog? Hold on. Choosing the wrong breed can turn your dream into a nightmare. Bringing a dog home is a decade-plus commitment, not just a cute moment. We've researched with vets, trainers, and owners to find out which popular breeds are a mismatch for most people. It's not about bad dogs. It's about matching needs and lifestyles. Today we're revealing 3 breeds we never recommend for most people, and the real-life challenges behind the Instagram cuteness. Let's start with a breed that looks like a teddy bear but can act like a grizzly. First up, let's talk about the Chow Chow, a breed that's instantly recognizable for its lion-like mane and deep-set, soulful eyes. At first glance, you might think you're looking at a living, breathing teddy bear, the kind of dog you'd want to snuggle up with on a cold night. Their fluffy coats and round faces make them look irresistibly cute, especially as puppies. It's easy to see why so many people fall in love with their appearance and imagine them as the ultimate cuddle companion. But don't be fooled by the fluff. Beneath that adorable exterior is a dog with a personality that's more feline than canine. Chow Chows are famously independent, often described as aloof or even standoffish. They're not naturally affectionate, and many owners are surprised to find that their Chow prefers to keep its distance, much like a cat who only wants attention on its own terms. This independence comes with a strong guarding instinct. Chow Chows are naturally suspicious of strangers, both people and other animals. Without intense, consistent socialization from a very young age, that suspicion can quickly turn into territorial aggression. They're not the type to welcome guests with a wagging tail. Instead, they'll watch warily from a distance, ready to defend their home if they feel threatened. Training a Chow Chow is not for the faint of heart. They're highly intelligent, but also incredibly stubborn. Unlike more eager-to-please breeds, you can't simply command a Chow Chow and expect instant obedience. They'll weigh your request, and if it doesn't suit them, they'll simply ignore you. This can be frustrating for even experienced dog owners, and if you try to use harsh training methods or force them into submission, you'll only make things worse. Chow Chows are sensitive to how they're treated, break their trust, and you may never fully regain it. They'll remember and they'll hold a grudge, making future training and bonding even more difficult. Then there's the grooming. That magnificent double coat isn't just for show. It requires hours of brushing every single week to prevent painful mats and tangles. If you skip grooming, you'll quickly find your home covered in fur and your dog uncomfortable. Many owners end up paying for professional grooming, which can get expensive fast, and don't even think about shaving them in the summer. Their coat acts as insulation, protecting them from both heat and cold. Shaving can actually do more harm than good, leaving them vulnerable to sunburn and skin problems. Health-wise, Chow Chows are prone to a number of serious issues. Hip dysplasia is common, which can lead to pain and mobility problems as they age. They're also at risk for eye conditions like entropion, where the eyelids roll inward, causing discomfort and even vision loss. Regular vet visits and potential surgeries mean that medical bills can add up quickly. When it comes to children, Chow Chows are not the best choice. They don't tolerate rough handling or unpredictable behavior, and their warning signs are often subtle: a stiff posture, a low growl, a quick snarl. If those signs are missed, a bite can happen in an instant. This makes them a risky choice for families with young kids. Sadly, many Chow Chows end up in shelters because their owners underestimated the commitment required. People fall for their looks, not realizing the challenges that come with the breed. When reality sets in, too many are surrendered, confused and heartbroken, to shelters that struggle to find them new homes. The truth is, Chow Chows are best suited for experienced, dedicated owners who understand and respect their unique temperament. They need someone who can provide firm, patient leadership and who appreciates their independence. They're not a good fit for first-time dog owners or families looking for a playful, affectionate companion. Think of owning a Chow Chow like owning a high-performance sports car. They're stunning, powerful, and impressive, but they require special care, constant attention, and aren't practical for everyday life. For most people, a more easygoing breed is like a reliable family sedan, much better suited to the daily grind. If you're not ready to invest significant time, money, and patience into your dog, the Chow Chow simply isn't the breed for you. Between grooming, training, and healthcare, the costs, both financial and emotional, can be overwhelming. But let's be clear, we're not here to hate on Chow Chows. In the right hands, they're truly incredible dogs, loyal, dignified, and deeply devoted to the people they trust. For those who understand their needs and respect their boundaries, the bond can be rewarding and unique. Unfortunately for most people, bringing home a Chow Chow leads to stress, frustration, and heartbreak. The mismatch between expectations and reality is just too great, and it's the dogs who suffer most. So before you fall for a breed made famous by movies or viral videos, remember, the reality is often far from a fairy tale. Up next, we'll look at another breed whose on-screen reputation doesn't match the real-life experience. Number 2. Let's talk about the Dalmatian. Instantly recognizable for their striking black or liver spots, Dalmatians are one of the most iconic dog breeds in the world. Their unique appearance has made them a favorite in movies, commercials, and pop culture, but there's so much more to these dogs than just their looks. Thanks to Disney's 101 Dalmatians, these dogs have become a symbol of fun and adventure. But behind the adorable spots and playful image lies a reality that's far more intense. Dalmatians are bursting with energy. Think of them as canine athletes who are always ready for action. They're not just energetic, they're relentless, and their stamina can surprise even the most active dog owners. Historically, Dalmatians were bred to run alongside horse-drawn carriages, acting as both guardians and companions. This means they were literally designed to run for miles every single day. To keep a Dalmatian happy and healthy, you'll need to provide at least 2 hours of vigorous exercise daily. Think running, hiking, or long games of fetch. A quick walk around the block just won't cut it for this breed. When their energy isn't channeled properly, Dalmatians can quickly become bored and frustrated. And a bored Dalmatian is a recipe for disaster. You might come home to chewed-up furniture, holes dug in your backyard, or endless barking that drives your neighbors crazy. Their intelligence and curiosity mean they'll find their own entertainment if you don't provide it. Another challenge with Dalmatians is their hearing. About 30% of Dalmatians are born with some degree of hearing loss, and many are completely deaf in one or both ears. This genetic trait makes training more complicated, requiring extra patience and sometimes the use of hand signals or visual cues instead of verbal commands. Dalmatians are highly intelligent, but they're also famously independent. They can pick up new tricks quickly, but they get bored with repetition and may decide to do things their own way. Training a Dalmatian requires creativity, positive reinforcement, and a willingness to keep things interesting. Harsh methods or punishment will only make them shut down or act out. On top of their unique personalities, Dalmatians have some very specific health needs. They're genetically prone to developing painful bladder stones, a condition that can be life-threatening if not managed properly. This means they need a special diet low in certain proteins, constant access to fresh water, and frequent potty breaks to keep their urinary system healthy. If a Dalmatian does develop bladder stones, the vet bills for diagnosis, treatment, and sometimes surgery can be enormous. And because of their need for regular bathroom breaks and companionship, you can't leave them alone for long periods. Otherwise, you risk both health and behavioral problems. Don't be fooled by their short, sleek coat. Dalmatians shed constantly. Their fine hairs get everywhere, clinging to clothes, furniture, and even your car. It's like living with a never-ending supply of confetti, so be prepared to vacuum often and invest in a good lint roller. Dalmatians are also known as Velcro dogs. They form incredibly strong bonds with their families and want to be involved in everything you do. If left alone too long, they can develop severe separation anxiety, leading to destructive behaviors and emotional distress. Because they're so sensitive, Dalmatians need calm, consistent leadership. Yelling or harsh discipline will only make them anxious or fearful. Instead, they thrive with gentle guidance, clear boundaries, and lots of positive reinforcement. After the popularity of 101 Dalmatians, irresponsible breeding skyrocketed. Many puppies were bred without regard for health or temperament, leading to a surge in Dalmatians with unstable personalities and serious medical issues. This legacy still affects the breed today, so it's crucial to find a reputable breeder or consider rescue. The fantasy is a playful, easygoing family dog who fits seamlessly into your life. The reality? Owning a Dalmatian is a full-time commitment. They need structure, exercise, mental stimulation, and lots of attention every single day. For the right owner, someone who's active, patient, and truly dedicated, Dalmatians can be incredible companions. They'll join you on every adventure, keep you on your toes, and reward you with loyalty and affection. But for most people, the demands of this breed are simply overwhelming. That's why so many Dalmatians end up in shelters, waiting for someone who understands what they really need. If you're not ready to completely change your lifestyle for your dog, it's best to admire Dalmatians from afar. Appreciate their beauty, charm, and spirit, without taking on the responsibility. Up next, we'll meet a breed that's the very definition of elegance and grace, but comes with its own set of royal-level challenges. Our final breed on this list is the Afghan Hound, a dog that's instantly recognizable for its breathtaking beauty and unmistakable elegance. With their long, silky coat and regal bearing, Afghan Hounds are often the showstoppers of the dog world, turning heads wherever they go. But don't be fooled by their glamorous appearance. Owning an Afghan Hound is a massive commitment, far beyond what most people expect when they first fall in love with those flowing locks and soulful eyes. That luxurious coat? It's not just for show, it demands a daily, hour-long grooming ritual, every single day without fail. Miss even one day and you'll find yourself battling stubborn mats and tangles that can take hours to remove. Their hair is so fine and long that it picks up every bit of dirt, debris, and even twigs from the yard, making regular brushing absolutely essential, and it doesn't stop at brushing. Afghan Hounds require frequent baths to keep their coat clean and shiny, and professional grooming appointments are a must. These sessions can be expensive and time-consuming, adding up quickly in both money and hours spent. If you're not prepared for this level of maintenance, the Afghan Hound simply isn't the breed for you. Beyond their looks, Afghan Hounds have a fascinating history. They're sighthounds, originally bred in the mountains of Afghanistan for independent hunting. Their job was to chase down swift prey over rugged terrain, relying on their own judgment rather than waiting for human commands. This heritage means they're not naturally obedient or eager to please. Afghan Hounds are highly intelligent, but they're also famously stubborn and independent. Training them can be a real challenge. They often ignore commands unless it suits them, and they're quick to lose interest in repetitive tasks. If you're looking for a dog that lives to follow orders, you'll be disappointed. Harsh corrections or strict discipline simply don't work with this breed. Instead, patience, creativity, and a good sense of humor are essential. Training sessions need to be short, positive, and varied to keep their attention. Even then, you'll need to accept that an Afghan Hound will always have a mind of its own. Their prey drive is intense and ever-present. Afghan Hounds will chase anything that moves, squirrels, cats, even leaves blowing in the wind. Letting them off-leash in an unfenced area is a recipe for disaster. Only a secure, high fence can keep them safe, as they're capable of jumping surprisingly tall barriers in pursuit of prey. These dogs need more than just daily walks. They crave space to sprint and stretch their long legs, ideally in a large, safely enclosed yard. Without enough exercise, they can become bored and even destructive. With their family, Afghan Hounds can be playful, goofy, and even affectionate, but with strangers they're typically reserved, sometimes even aloof. They don't seek out attention from people they don't know, and they're unlikely to be the life of the party at the dog park. Afghan Hounds are sensitive, both physically and emotionally. Loud noises, chaotic environments, or rough handling can stress them out. They thrive in calm, stable homes where routines are predictable and the atmosphere is peaceful. For these reasons, Afghan Hounds aren't a good fit for first-time dog owners, families with small children, or people living in apartments. Their needs are simply too great and their temperament too unique for most households. The ideal Afghan Hound owner is someone who truly appreciates their independence, enjoys the daily grooming routine, and can provide a safe, structured environment with plenty of space to run. For most people, the reality of Afghan Hound ownership is overwhelming: endless grooming, stubbornness, and constant management. It's a lifestyle, not just a hobby. If you're looking for a social, obedient, easygoing companion, you'll want to look elsewhere. Afghan Hounds march to the beat of their own drum. Afghan Hounds are more than just pets. They're a statement, a commitment, and a way of life. They bring beauty, grace, and a touch of mystery to any home, but only for those willing to meet their unique needs. That's why the Afghan Hound rounds out our list of breeds we can't recommend for most people. For the right person, they're a dream come true, but for most, they're simply too much dog to handle. So there you have it, Chow Chow Dalmatian and Afghan Hound, 3 beautiful breeds that are a tough fit for most people. It's not about bad dogs, just bad matches. The most important thing before getting a dog? Research. Don't choose by looks or movies. Learn about the breed's real needs. Be honest about your lifestyle and what you can provide. Every dog deserves a loving home, but not every breed is right for everyone. Take your time, choose wisely, and you'll find the perfect match for a rewarding relationship. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.